Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to Nerd Safari. We are still Simon and Ellie.
Still?
Mm-hmm.
And if you enjoy our videos still, then please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit the bell thing. That would be very kind of you indeed. And as usual, we did like 2 hours of reaction video recordings last night. The minute we finish, suddenly Marvel just splats out a Spider-Man No Way Home trailer.
Literally the minute we finished.
Yeah, and like we heard some rumors yesterday that maybe it had been inadvertently leaked and then people had grabbed it and spread it everywhere and kind of forced Sony into releasing it. Honestly, who cares? We just want to watch it. And we've got such high expectations. If you didn't see previously, we did a video about the 14 confirmed upcoming Marvel movies, which you can find here. And we talked a lot about Spider-Man No Way Home then, but it was a lot of rumor and conjecture at that point, not much fact. And before we get into the trailer, just remember where we left off with Peter Parker in Far From Home. Like, not only had Mysterio blabbed his identity to the world, he's already dealing with the loss of his mentor, Tony Stark, and trying to fill that void. Mysterio tells everyone that Spider-Man is Peter Parker and then frames Peter Parker, Spider-Man, for all the things that Mysterio did. So we're expecting to start this trailer in a world that probably doesn't like Peter Parker very much. And that's before we even get into the crazy multiverse wackiness. We are going to dive in right now, check out the teaser trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home, and see if it confirms or denies any of our multiverse-related suspicions. So I say, let's go! Oh my god.
Oh, look at this. This is a good one.
As well.
Some suggest that Parker's powers include the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Stop, come on.
Yes, my spider lord.
Can we just stay up here all day? It is so crazy down there.
That's right, folks. Spider-Man is in fact Peter Parker.
Listen, I did not kill Mysterio. The drones did.
The drones that are yours.
Oh no.
Does any part of you feel relieved about all this?
What do you mean?
Now that everybody knows, you don't really have to hide or lie to people.
For the record, I never wanted to lie to you. But how do you tell someone that you're Spider-Man? Now everybody knows. But this isn't about me. This is hurting a lot of people. I've just been thinking about how to fix all of this.
So, Peter.
Sanctum Sanctorum.
I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Please, we saved half the universe together. I think we're beyond you calling me sir.
Okay, Steven.
That feels weird, but I'll allow it.
When Mysterio revealed my identity, my entire life got screwed up. I was wondering if maybe you could make it so that he never did.
Strange. Don't cast that spell.
Wow.
It's too dangerous. Fine. I won't. The entire world is about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Wait, everyone? Can't some people still know?
That's not how the spell works.
So MJ's gonna forget about everything we've ever been through?
Stop tampering with the spell.
Oh my god, Ned, he's my best friend. Oh, my Aunt May should really get talking.
Whoa.
What just happened?
We tampered with the stability of space-time. The multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little. The problem is you trying to live two different lives. The longer you do it, the more dangerous it becomes.
Oh my god, is that the Green Goblin?
Be careful what you wish for, Parker.
No, Dr. Octopus.
Hello, Peter.
Oh. Wow, so we have just seen for the first time ever, and this is really just a teaser, we're going to see a lot more over the coming months, for Spider-Man No Way Home. And I think we need to deconstruct this. So first of all, I guess like I said beforehand, Peter Parker is not in society's good graces at all. Like, he's basically imprisoned and interrogated for the murder of Mysterio. But then somehow Doctor Strange creates some multiverse spell to remove the Spider-Man side of Peter Parker. And somehow that seemed, and maybe I'm over-analyzing this, but it seemed that we saw lightning bolts or electricity, which... Does that mean Jamie Foxx's Electro is coming back? And like that was something that was rumored for a long time. Then I am sure, I mean, you saw those kind of pumpkin-shaped bombs come down. Then I'm sure that was Willem Dafoe's voice.
Definitely.
The Goblin himself. So I guess you've got, if this is real, you've got Electro, who was an Andrew Garfield, you know, amazing Spider-Man villain. Then you've got the Goblin, who was a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man villain. And then, of course, you've got Alfred Molina, who you actually see as Dr. Octopus again. And... you know, I guess all of these characters were dead, I think. I'm not sure about Electro, but certainly the Hobgoblin and yeah, Dr. Octopus. I'm struggling to get my words out because I'm so excited. But the absence of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, who have both vehemently denied that they have any involvement in Spider-Man No Way Home, and the rest of us are going, yeah, right.
There have been some leaked photographs.
Yes.
It's nothing obvious, but it has been... It's fairly suggestive.
Yeah, I mean, the evidence is mounting up, and the fact that you're seeing villains from their franchise, you know, maybe Peter Parker in this loses his spider abilities, and other Spider-Men need to come in from other parallel universes to help him. Because otherwise, I mean, this is almost like the seed of the Sinister Six. I mean, I don't know whether we're going to see, like, the Vulture and the Scorpion and the others, but you've certainly got 3 of the Sinister Six there against Spider-Man on his lonesome. He doesn't have any amazing friends in this case. So maybe does he borrow some other Spider-Men from other multiverses?
I'm wondering if either that or when Strange cast the spell, if that took away, like if it didn't just affect our Peter Parker, if it affected a multiverse of Peter Parkers that then had some kind of knock-on effect that meant that the antagonists of the other Peter Parkers from the other multiverses then converge.
Maybe, and the multiverse is something about which we know very little. But I suspect Kang the Conqueror knows a thing or two. He seemed to know a lot about variants and multiverses. Yeah, no spoilers on Loki, but there's some interesting stuff that happens there. And, I mean, really, everything we've seen in the Marvel TV shows has kind of led us to this. You've had WandaVision, which kind of ends with a hint at a multiverse. You've then had Loki, which strongly, you know, links to multiverses. And then even Marvel's What If. You've had the Watcher, Uatu, who is watching these different happenings that just the smallest decision can split off and create a multiverse where completely different things happen. Can you tell how excited I am? Anything else jump out at you from this trailer?
I mean, only that, given what you've just said, kind of tying in multiple strands of the Marvel universe, not just the cinematic universe, also the Marvel television universe, a lot of them seem to be implying that Stephen Strange is the commonality between all of these things. So is he going to be the key to unlocking and perhaps banishing the implications of the multiverse?
Yeah, and that's interesting. And like some of the other movies that we've got this year, and Marvel's obviously keeping things under wraps, which good. Like I want to be surprised when I watch a movie. And even if in this we see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, I'm going to cry a little bit into my beer. But yeah, when you look at the movies we've had, you know, Black Widow was, you know, really just a prequel to the previous phases of the MCU and heavily linked to what's happened before. you know, Shang-Chi is really introducing new characters, the Eternals introducing new characters, kind of as we've seen them do with Guardians of the Galaxy to like build that franchise and build them into the MCU. So I'm not expecting the storyline to progress that much. But then you get Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and you get Spider-Man No Way Home very, very close together. And clearly, you know, both of those are heavily leveraging the multiverse. And then you've got movies coming further down the line, like the Fantastic Four, for whom one of their primary enemies was Kang the Conqueror. And who knows, like, what that could do. I mean, you've got these infinite number of variants of Kang out there in different multiverses. You've got a time traveler. You've also got people like Blade, a vampire killer. I mean, there's so much they can do with this Phase 4 of the MCU. And that just excites me, like knowing the kind of genius script writers and storytellers that you have in Marvel, along with all the special effects and all the other things that we love, and the comedy and the character development, like taking all of those wacky things and, you know, building on a decade or more of characters that we know and love, and seeing how that develops in this crazy multiverse thing. And it's like, if someone had said to me, you know, back when we were watching the first Iron Man movie, they're going to do a thing with Kang the Conqueror and multiverses, I would have said, I don't know if that's going to work. It's probably too much. They're taking it too far. But I would have said exactly the same thing about a movie based on Thor, a Norse god, or a movie based on a talking raccoon and a tree that says, I am Groot. And I think Marvel have just pushed the envelope time and time again, like convinced you that they can pull this off, and their movies are great movies, like whether you're familiar with the comics or not, and that they can take storylines that were beloved in the comics and like recreate them and put a fresh spin on them while still being faithful and giving the fanboys what they want. I think like they've just proven that they can pull this stuff off. So I'm excited and really have no reservations right now about Spider-Man No Way Home.
So I'm hearing that you are writing an enormous novelty blank check to Marvel.
Oh yeah, they can keep taking my money. Like, honestly, I'll pay to see this at the theaters. I'll pay to watch it again on Disney Plus. And maybe I'll just, I don't know, buy it on Blu-ray and then throw it to a neighbor or something. They can just keep taking my money. If they're going to keep making this kind of quality entertainment that people are going to be talking about, like in 50 years, this is going to be the equivalent of Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and Indiana Jones, that people are going to look back on so fondly as the movies that built their childhoods, or really old children like me. So yes, in summary, Marvel, they're just printing money at this point, and good. Keep doing it. I'd be happy if this is another $1 trillion movie, whatever the hell Endgame was. Deep breath. Well, I am very excited. How about you?
Yes. Ditto.
Pants wettingly excited here. Literally.
Unfortunately, yes,
Yes.
literally.
Well, unfortunately, though, that is all the time. I've rambled so long on just a short trailer, but that's how excited this got me. But, unfortunately, that is all the time we have for you tonight. However, you know how often we try to do this?
We try very hard to do this every day.
Yeah, you know, we released Eternals earlier. I'm going to try to edit this and get it out tonight. That's how much I'm excited. I won't sleep until this video has hit the YouTubes.
But do sleep a little bit.
Okay, I will sleep a little bit after this video has hit the YouTubes. However, we will see you tomorrow, friends, on the next Dork Trailer Ambush.
Peace out, spiders.
Bye!
Shut up and sit down.